I own nothing, okay, bye.
D23 Expo, the ultimate Disney fan event, is back.
The D23 Expo is a biannual event that happens every 2 years at the Anaheim Convention Center, which is not that far away from Disneyland. In fact, you can actually spy when you're riding the Incredicoaster. Wow. Now that I think about it, they really misstructured DCA. I'm not 100% sure I just made that word up. Now, certain things I predicted for this year's D23 Expo, it's kind of been confirmed already. Robert Downey Jr. is confirmed to be getting a Disney Legend Award, which makes sense because we love him 3000. We'll be getting our first look at a couple of new Disney Plus programs such as The World According to Jeff Goldblum, and of course, oh come on! First they remake my favorite Disney movie of all time, which is The Lion King, and now they're remaking one of my mom's favorite movies. Is nothing sacred? We should also be getting our first look at a couple of new anime movies, mainly Frozen 2, but also that movie that was supposed to be coming out when Gigantic was supposed to. It still hurts. And quite possibly a brand new trailer for Star Wars Episode 9. Okay, maybe that's going to be confirmed anyway. But as much as I want to talk about those, I really want to talk about something I actually do care deeply about. See, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram... Oh, thank you, future me! Looks like I don't have to do it at the end of the video, huh? I thought you were helping me. I think future me needs a hug. Anyway, if you follow me on social media, you probably know I talk a little too much about the Disney theme parks, but that's rightfully so. So, it's like you're stepping into a Disney movie. Or whatever movie they get the license to, then buy out the movie studio for. In fact, I may talk about it too much to the point where I'm not kind of surprised no one told me to move to Orlando. I'm planning on that, guys, maybe sometime in the next 5 years. Because I know my parents don't want me to live with them forever. By the way, Mom, if you're watching this, I give you full rights to turn my bedroom into a she shed. Anyway, with D23 coming out next month, I figured it's best to talk about my D23 park predictions. As in, any new developments for the Disney theme parks sometime in the next few years or so. Now, I should probably make it noted that most of these I heard are from rumors from the past couple of years. Some that I kind of have expected to be announced at last D23, but didn't. So, please note, I know nothing ahead of time. These are just rumors, and if you take them seriously, what's wrong with you? My main prediction for Disneyland is a confirmed name and a supposed date for the new Marvel Land opening up at Disney's California Adventure. I know we are going to expect the name to be just Marvel Land, but since Universal still has theme park rights in Orlando and Japan, they really can't simply just name it Marvel Land here in the US. And yeah, I'm well aware that that's on the other coast, but for some reason Disneyland is not allowed to use the Marvel name. Yeah, I don't get it. It's stupid as well. I very poorly described it in my second episode up here, but I kind of basically said it in a somewhat normal fashion. What? But besides the name, we know who the characters are. We know who Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, and Hulk are. And we also know who Thor is. And thanks to the MCU, we now know more of these heroes. Because, let's be honest, who knew the Guardians of the Galaxy before 2014? Being honest! I heard reports that may be opening in 2020, but they just started construction last year in September after closing down a Bugs Land. So, I don't think it's going to be fully open by then. Maybe it'll be like Galaxy's Edge, I don't know. But my guess, they'll probably hold it off till 2021. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is, it's coming, guys. I don't really have any predictions for Animal Kingdom. Maybe they could build a Zootopia Land, but unfortunately they just opened up Avatar Land like 2 years ago. Back when Avatar was still the highest grossing film of all time. Ha ha! For all we know, Animal Kingdom's just gonna throw in another dance party. Not that Disney World has enough dance parties! However, there's one thing, and I know pretty much every Disney fan on the internet could agree is desperately needed for Animal Kingdom. Them fixing the Yeti on Expedition Everest. Seriously though, that Yeti has been broken for 13 years. I think it's about time they fix it. Just saying. Yeah, I know they're closing it down an attraction for like months or possibly a year or so. But come on, guys. I want to see a Yeti moving again. Plus, thanks to Avatar, the wait times for Expedition Everest have gone down. Not too much, but just a little. And honestly, attraction refurbs are normal. Well, even the best attractions get refurbs. They gotta have a fresh coat of paint sometime, you know. I don't really see them doing much Disney Hollywood Studios since they're about to open Galaxy's Edge at the end of next month. And of course, they're gonna open up Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway sometime in the spring. But I do hear one attraction kind of being tossed around for getting a refurb. Like a lengthy refurb to get changed altogether. And that is one of my favorite rides, the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. I love the Rock and Roller Coaster. It's my second favorite roller coaster next to Mine Train over in Magic Kingdom. I don't know why my voice started right there, but shut up. But I gotta be honest, as much as I love the attraction, I can't ignore how cheesy 90s it is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the soundtrack, but the special effects on there, well, I kind of like it. They really have not aged into this decade. They barely aged the last decade. But what are they going to do when Aerosmith, you know, ceased to exist? I heard like a decade ago they were planning on replacing it with a different band, but that band was the Jonas Brothers. Dun dun. Let me try again. I couldn't resist, but then again, I don't think they would ever do that now since Jonas Brothers are no longer a Disney property. Seriously though, I see them do other stuff that are Disney related. Heck, Nick Jonas is in Jumanji now! Now, I don't know what they'll do, but I've seen a video from Doggins, aka David Gansel, who you can find up here. He basically made a video talking about a Muppet-themed attraction, and, you know, for no reason. Congratulations on your engagement, Doggins. I also heard that they might be replacing it with a Monsters, Inc. ride, but I don't think it's a good idea since there's already enough Pixar at Disney's Hollywood Studios. There's Toy Story Land, which I talked about in my 2018 year in review episodes. There's also that Lightning McQueen show, which is pretty lame from what I saw online. And of course, that incredible dance party. Ugh. What's with Disney and dance parties? But, you know what, it could work, and besides, Monsters, Inc. doesn't have a ride in the East Coast. I said a ride, not a show. For all we know, they'll probably replace it with a ride based off of Alien, for all we know. And also, this last thing, I kind of heard reports about, and that is this black box trackless ride idea. And before you start saying, no, Black Box is not the name of a movie Disney bought the rights to, that we know of. I've also heard reports of a Black Box trackless dark ride. And before I start saying anything, no, Black Box is not a film that Disney bought the rights to, I assume. It's a term for an interchangeable dark ride. Basically, it could change theming whenever. That sounds like a pretty cool idea. Like, they can, like, one month it could be a certain movie and the next month it could be a different movie. Heck, one month could be Princess and the Frog, the next month could be the Country Bear movie. I know the idea of the Black Box sounds kind of cheap, mainly because, you know, you're only getting screens, but I know the idea sounds a little cheap since, you know, all you're just going to be looking at is screens, but I think it's a good idea. It's a great way to change out the theme every month, because, let's be honest, they can make it, like, to promote a certain movie or something. The possibilities are limitless. I know I did the imagination hands. Okay, you want to hear my personal opinion? I honestly do not care for the Disney water parks. And, there's kind of a few reasons to that. Mainly the main reason is, well, isn't there a pool at your hotel? Heck, even the off-property hotels have pools in them. Sure, they're not as clean as Disney pools, but they're still pools. If you want to spend your day at a pool, just stay at your hotel. Don't go to the water parks. I like the theming of them, but honestly, I'm not a water park fan. Honestly, I'd rather spend my day at a real park. And if I get hot there, I want to get water splashed on me. It's not what Splash Mountain's for. Just saying. Okay, so I kind of heard a few rumors about this for years now, and I think it's about time to actually deal with it. I've been hearing reports going around that the Three Caballeros ride in Mexico will be replaced with a ride based off of Coco. That actually sounds like a good idea. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the Three Caballeros ride, kinda. It's not really my favorite, but I prefer the ending to it if you saw my Instagram. A lot of people kind of have expected this to be announced at D23 last time, but unfortunately it did not get announced, but there was a few reasons to that. One of the main reasons was because at the time Coco hadn't been released yet. So yeah, it made no sense to announce a ride for a movie that hasn't come out yet. Yeah, I know, they do that with Guardians of the Galaxy and The Incredibles, but they each had one movie under their belts. Coco didn't even have a movie under its belt yet. Now that Coco's a smash hit, and heck, if you haven't seen it yet, I recommend watching it on Netflix. It is a great movie, and honestly, that works for a ride over at the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot. It's about time they replaced Three Caballeros, which, let's be honest, even though they got that show coming soon to America, which has been airing in Asia for the past year, and it's killing me that I haven't seen it yet. Except for a few clips online, but it's not the same. I think it's about time we see the Three Caballeros get switched out with Coco. And like I said, look at the theming. It would be like the Ratatouille attraction over in the France Pavilion.
Now it's time for another one of Xander's favorite things to do. Make another little video with a webcam because he forgot to do it with the regular cam, but he's too lazy to grab the regular cam. I'm not really lazy. The battery needed to be charged on the regular camera. I may just forget to say this on camera. Well, the real camera. One more thing I actually do want to see before we get into my last little bit for Epcot. I kind of want to see them build a brand new Pavilion World Showcase. I don't know what they're going to do. There's plenty of space to do it. Like, there's a ton of area at Epcot in World Showcase specifically that hasn't been used for a pavilion. It's about time they get a new one.
Now, another thing I'm hoping for, and this is actually a good one that I kind of hear rolling around every now and then, a replacement for the current iteration of Journey into Imagination. Don't get me wrong, I love this little guy, but he deserves better than the current ride. I'm not asking you for you to be replaced officially. Honestly, now I can actually see that Eric Idle, or whatever his character's name is, right there, and I can tell at this point he no longer wants to be there. But there was a reason why he was there to begin with, and he made the song about it because there is nothing quite as beautiful as money, money, money. Now, I am not asking to kick Figment out of Epcot permanently. I am not like that at all. But you know what I'm asking for? And this is actually something that I think every Epcot fan wouldn't mind seeing. And I'm not the only one, by the way. What do I think Epcot should do? Bring back Dream Finder!
Hello there, I'm the Dream Finder, and my little purple friend here is a figment of my imagination.
Figment for sure.
I know a lot of Disney fans like me are gonna agree with this, so I think it's about time we bring Dream Finder back to Epcot. In fact, most merchandise now don't even show Eric Idle's character. It's just Figment and Dreamfinder. You know, it's sad when even the park you're in doesn't even like your character. Eric Idle is good everywhere else, but in Epcot, unlike Epcot and the rest of the parks, I really don't have a lot for Magic Kingdom. And, that's quite frankly, there's a reason why, and that's because of, the Tron roller coaster being built in Tomorrowland. And, of course, that Main Street Theater, unfortunately, getting canceled because, well, they didn't have a good spot to put it in. For all we know, they can build a new restaurant, but I think there is room for attraction. And this is an attraction that's been rumored for way too long, and it's about time to come. WreckIt Ralph replacing Stitch's Great Escape. Now, Stitch's Great Escape has been closed for about a year and a half now. In fact, they say it was going to reopen again soon, but last I checked, the Stitch animatronic looks like this. I made that video 6 months ago, and I still find that joke funny. Probably my best use of Phineas and Ferb joke. Now I heard the attraction was going to be some kind of a VR virtual reality ride thingy. Yeah, I don't know why I say it like that either. But the VR part has been used by the Void over at Disney Springs in downtown Disney. It's neat, so maybe there'll be some kind of other attraction. I just wanted a real attraction to replace Stitch's Great Escape, because unfortunately, I'm gonna be honest. The Stitch's Alien Encounter meet and greet over in Tomorrowland, that's just a waste of space and money. It literally has become incredibly pointless to have that there. Stitch may have had his Great Escape, but you know what? It's time for Ralph to wreck it. New monorails! Okay, no joke, the current fleet of monorails have been there since the 90s. Now I know a lot of 90s kids are gonna be like, why would you replace something from the 90s, man? Well, a few reasons. One, parts of the monorails have been falling off. They've been stopping dead in their tracks. And of course, we cannot forget about last year's big problem. Yeah, I remember when that made headlines. The current fleet of monorails have been mocked so bad that Disney legend Bob Gurr, yes, the legendary Imagineer Bob Gurr, started to mock them. He literally called them the duct tape monorails. I repeat, Bob Gurr referred to them as the duct tape monorails. It's funny when even a legendary Imagineer, Mr. Bob Gurr, makes fun of how bad the monorails are. Now, when Bob Gurr said that, he said that Disney was getting new monorails, but it's more of a when situation because I do not feel comfortable with the current monorails. In fact, the last time we were at Disney World, we rode them to get to Epcot, and yeah, I felt it being like all bumpy and such. So I think it's about time we get new monorails over at Disney World. I think a lot of people will agree with me on that. Plus, the current monorails is not fitting in well with Disney's other modes of transportation. You know, the Skyliner is going to be opening up at the end of September, and Disney's minivan service with Lyft is making like big money. And they just updated, no wait, that's the wrong word, upgraded the buses with Wi-Fi and charging ports. Kinda needed, but I'm guessing they're needed when you needed them. But honestly, the idea of those charging ports on a bus don't make any sense to me, since most people have those portable battery packs. But on the other hand, I'm guessing it's just one of those just in case. You know, even though you don't need it, it's best to have it just in case. Other terms, the monorails have been sticking out like a sore thumb because they've been stuck there since the 90s and we need new ones ASAP. But what are your predictions for D23? Let me know in the comments below, and you can also tweet me at XanderTheBoss, and you can post out on Instagram at XanderTheBoss as well. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you real soon.